stir from your sleep just yet, my love. I just want this moment to last. All of these years, all of the hiding, all of the secrets, even secrets between you and I. All of it led up to this moment. Finally holding you in my arms. Being able to share a bed with you, hold you tightly, in a garden palace getaway high up in the mountains. Far, far from anyone, and so close to you. Yes, I've longed for this moment all my life, since the day I first told you how I truly felt about you, on my coronation day no less. I knew I would have you, and I wanted it to not be in secret. And now look at this. We're finally here. Just us two, all alone. And I'm sure your new husband could really use the love of his wife right now, here on his honeymoon, in a beautiful garden palace, just the two of us. Lay your head back. All of your gasps. It's all mine, and I'm yours. Alone, undisturbed, and no one here, finally, to interrupt you. But we need to continue the story. You told me you didn't see his face. He kept your hands tied above you, forced your head to look at a wall, on your knees. Did he blindfold you? All right, were there any markings on the wall? Did it look old, ancient, worn down, abandoned? Or was it new? Did you hear anything outside? Did he have an accent, a slur? Did he speak flowery like a highborn, straightforward like a knight, or a mercenary? Did he say hardly anything at all? And that's not going to help identify him. If you saw him tonight, at the festivities, the anniversary for our king's coronation, would you recognize his voice? Yes. Good. Good indeed. Have you recovered your strength yet? Excellent. The king will be very happy to hear that. He's been working on this night for a long time, you could say. Perhaps even that day that he first declared his love to you, on his coronation day. I wonder if all those love letters that he got might have helped him out with that. What was that? You said you recognized the name. I'm assuming Lady Catherine Sylvain. Yes, we saw the note. We saw the crest on the envelope. I have agents who are interrogating their members as we speak. If Lady Catherine Sylvain was trying to poison His Majesty, then why would she want to sign her name on the weapon? How often does a mugger stab a poor sap in the street and then leave his dagger with his name and address on the weapon that he used to kill someone? That makes no sense if you ask me. Unless... did something not go to plan? Tell me, why did you drink that poison? If you suspected it was indeed poison, why not tell the guards? I assume you weren't in on this. I'm going to assume that you're innocent and not conspiring with anyone. That was a good question that I asked you. Look into my eyes and tell me, would you have died for this king? He would have done the same for you. Why not ask the boy? Good question. That's because the boy's dead. Yes. He was the first person I went to when I heard the news. And guess how I found him? On the ground, lifeless. Choked on his meal that night. How unfortunate indeed. It's even more unfortunate that, looking at his very meek ceramic plate, I saw a plate of royal food on it. Meat fit for highborn, perfectly seared and seasoned. Fresh fruit and even a pastry. The kitchen staff always share scraps with themselves, but that didn't look like scraps. That was a full meal, and all it took was one bite. And suddenly he conveniently choked the same night that his king's lover almost succumbed to poison. As a cunning man myself, if I wanted to poison someone, I'd use a type of poison that inflames the throat, makes it swell, so that one bite is all he needs, and it will look just like he choked on his meal. So tell me, why did you drink the king's cup, if you suspected it was poison? If you thought his life was in danger, I'm assuming, rather than simply a noblewoman trying to assert herself over you by having you deliver her love note. Because you loved him. That's why you drank the poison. What I'm trying to ask is, why didn't you simply alert the guards? There were at least 4 in that room and 2 outside. Many more throughout the castle, so why not just alert one of them? Especially after the cupbearer himself did not drink the cup like he was supposed to. So why did you drink it instead of alert anyone? No, that's some very sound logic. So you thought that they would kill you anyway, and you worried that they would kill him too. You worried that if you said something, they would separate you immediately, interrogate you, and maybe somebody would try to take him out with fewer guards in the room. You are right. Any number of things could have happened. If you ask me, I'd say you did the wisest option, and at the same time the most foolish option. Would I have done it too? Yes. I would have drank that and more. You love this man, don't you? I see. I can say that he loves you too. The evening that you see out there, the guests hustling about the courtyard, the streets and marketplaces bustling with people, the palace set to its grandest decorations. It's not purely out of anniversary for his own coronation, or even to honor the guests, the dukes and duchesses, the lords, ladies, and knights, but a simple baroness, one who used to be an even more simple servant girl. I can agree with him. There really is more to you than meets the eye. Don't let that go to your head, but yes, you had a sharper mind than I would have expected, even if one that's a bit brash and impulsive. It's the truth, and another truth is that the king has been planning for this night for years. He first had to elevate you to the peerage in such a way that wouldn't cause suspicion. He had to find an archbishop that would wed 2 people together knowing of their lineage. You think some in the nobility don't know their own. And he also had to find a way to let many of his court, high and low-born, have respect for you. He found a bishop who had secretly wedded many lovers to each other, regardless of station, He found a house for you, an estate, a name, a title that you could call yours, and a lineage to make it legitimate. And if I were to guess that necklace you hold so dear, one whose pendant you always seem to hide, I'm guessing that's not a pendant at the end of the necklace. You don't have to show it to me. Let the king and you keep that ring a secret. But one last thing to note. Let's just say that someone who is very good at holding secrets, one could even say a master of secrets. Yes, me. Let's say that somebody had spread rumor around this court that the valiant Baroness had disguised herself as a servant girl, and having worked closely with the king's own staff to ensure the utmost security between all of the events happening, she was willing to sacrifice herself to save his life. I may have spread a few rumors like that around. It sounds like many have believed it. Don't thank me just yet. That is good news. But it also means if someone else has plans of their own, then they will most definitely be acting tonight. The king could only be making one announcement tonight, especially after he stopped receiving letters from suitors. What were the other names you heard? The other names in those love letters, the night the king declared his love to you, you said that he listed a few names. Ormond, yes. Duchess Lillian Ormond. So named Angel of Beauty, yes, everybody has seen her. They sent a portrait to the king, too. Very flashy, very colorful. Beautiful woman indeed. Bright, shining green eyes, full lips. Questionable taste, though, for the painter to have that much of a bosom showing, but I'm sure she had her own plans for that. Brisbane? House Brisbane. Oh. Olivia Brisbane, the heiress. Now that one may be a problem. The heiress Olivia and her house have the largest army of trained men-at-arms in the realm, just underneath the royal house itself. Not levies pulled from the fields that barely know how to hold a weapon. Trained men-at-arms. And Lady Catherine of House Sylvain has the wealthiest gold mines in the realm. Curious, though. I have one more theory. Curious how a beyond wealthy house, capable of sending a statue of gold made in the king's visage, or an entire troupe of musicians and dancers to perform for the king, would only send a humble basket with not even their greatest vintage of wine from that region. Sure, a vintage that is said to be the same as a love potion by common folk. But why would they only send that humble gift and a letter? And you said you believed that they would kill you and the king if you didn't carry it out. There's a problem with that logic. If you kill the king, who takes power afterward? He has no heirs. He has no full-blooded brothers. His cousins are too distant to lay any legitimate claim without tearing the realm apart. But if someone were to seize the capital with a sizable force, then perhaps they could make their claim legitimate. Possibly, it could be House Brisbane. I think you should be with your king right now, because I have one more theory, but this one I wish to keep to myself just to test it. Due to the scandal that's happened, House Sylvain will be on the outside of the court, meaning House Brisbane and House Ormond will be right at the king's heart. Go to your king and protect that heart of his. If you see anything, tell one of the maids, and I'll know. Any of them. Like I said, tell any of them, and I'll know. Until next time we see each other. What? What do you mean, how can you trust me? What have I done to make you suspect? Well then, if I haven't done anything to make you suspect me of anything, why... I understand that for someone of your position, being suddenly immersed in a world full of secrets must be very overwhelming. It's only natural for you to start wondering, who can you trust? So I'll let you in on this. It's better that you don't know me or trust me. Because if you can't stand being around any kind of secrets, I am a man who lives and operates by them. Careful now. If you're professing to know one of my secrets, you best put that thought to the back of your mind and bury it with the rest. What about my eyes? Did you not just hear what I said? Are you really professing to know a secret of mine? A lot of people can have the same colored eyes. Oh, not just the color, the innermost part of the eye. And where did you learn that? The king's own bishop, of course. He wanted to do a test to make sure that you both weren't related in any way. Keep the bloodline undiluted, unlike our disgusting ancestors before us. True, perhaps that innermost cornea does share the same color between father and son, brother and brother. So do you want to suggest that you know he and I have the same color? You're a lot sharper than you give yourself credit. Maybe you are cut out for royalty. Maybe you're cut out to see the worms and snakes slithering through that court. Yes, the king and I have the same colored eyes, but no, we're not brothers. I am not working to undermine his throne. And if I wanted to, if I was dastardly enough, then yes, I could have easily killed him and ran from this kingdom and been long gone on the opposite side of the ocean before anybody would have been the wiser. They probably would have pinned it on 3 or 4 different people before they suspected me. But I would never, ever dream of doing that to my own half-brother. How? Simple. The king's father was a whore, and my mother was an opportunist, and now I'm a bastard. Yes, I'm sure the late king's father couldn't keep his loins covered at all times, but I'm sure the king's mother would never have suspected that one of her own bodyguards would have become with child one day. It's true, you'll have your own female bodyguards as well, a very ceremonial position, so celebrated like the days of shield maidens of old, at least ever since the practice of eunuchs was banned. But I mostly took after my mother. Same sleek, raven black hair, gray eyes that almost look silver in the moonlight, pale skin. At least I got my father's chiseled features, strong jawline, much like your king did. But no, as much as a bastard has no place in this kingdom, and especially so if I tried taking that throne, oh, believe me, every noble in the kingdom would have had my neck, and what story they'd have too. Toppling a would-be usurper, a bastard like in every one of our villainous stories. Slaying the pretender, being unable to save the king and placing themselves as the new guardian and savior on that throne. No, no, no. I will not have any pretender on that throne. I do love that king like a brother. Because as much as I should have been a bastard thrown to a different kingdom and made someone else's problem, That king, when I knew him as just a young boy, when both of us were young boys, we were the closest thing either of us had to a brother. But I just want to live a quiet life, away from the prying eyes, away from the accusations, away from the suspicions of bastardry and heraldry and family lineage and who owns what. And I just want to live in an echo-free chamber. A room where the walls are not spying on you, where the birds are not listening, where... Come again? With a wife and maybe children. Maybe. I'm not giving my heart to anyone in this court. If I do, I'd want her to be safe. So maybe is all I'll say. That king is yours, and his heart is all yours. I want him on that throne as a brother, as a man, and as a leader. I have seen no other that can lead a court like he has, who can inspire a crowd as he does, who sees everyone from the highest of nobles down to the most lowly of servant girls, it seems, and the most worthless of bastards. He's a man that leads armies, that inspires men, that sees the good in others. He's a leader. He's the rightful man to that cerulean throne. The last vestiges of those draconic emperors from eons past. Go to him now, and I will put you on that throne. Only if you promise me never to allow this court to corrupt you. Good. Then you will make a wonderful queen. Farewell, for now. Your escort, the guard, will be here momentarily. Maybe it's a good idea you wait. Until next time, my queen.
A fine blade indeed. Give my regards to House Brisbane. Let the Countess know that the King appreciates her gift. Of course, Your Highness. There was one question about the men-at-arms House Brisbane brought with them. We wish to integrate them into the House Guard for your security. Baroness. Rise. Your presence is much appreciated. Speaking of gifts, there was one dilemma my steward had. If you would kindly go to the room next door to us, he should be there. I will meet you there shortly. As for the house guard, gentlemen, as stated before, the men-at-arms are requested to remain outside the palace alongside them, but only a select few are allowed inside. With the amount of esteemed guests from all over the realm, it is paramount that we ensure the security for everyone. As such, if you have any trouble with this function, I direct you to speak with my captain of the guard.
Baroness? Yes, it is a lovely sword. I suppose whoever had it commissioned sought my heart. But no, I don't see any gifts in this room. No trinkets, no gold, no baubles, jewels, no fine clothes, apart from the fine number you're wearing. But I do see a prize in here. Would my dear Baroness be so kind as to gift it to me? This heart. Oh, what an honor it is. Why must your lips be so intoxicating? Finer than the sweetest wines. Oh. Eyes brighter than the clearest diamond. Oh. always been forges. Because, my love, this might, after all, be the last time we ever get to sneak around. The last time we have to make this love a secret. Yes. Yes. You heard correct. Today's the day. This day marks the anniversary of my coronation, almost 3 years ago. But it also marks a day when I gave my heart to you, and only you, but in secret. Now, you must also have heard that today is the day when I decide which of my most esteemed nobility I will take as my queen. And so, if you would be so kind as to lower your head, because I wish to place this on that sweet brow of yours. Don't look in the mirror just yet, because I want you to be able to see it when it is finally placed on your head permanently. But I also wanted to ensure it fits. Fortunately, I believe gold can bend ever so slightly around the edges. And that... it's... nothing, it's just... it's a perfect fit. Truly. That crown was made for you. And only you. You're welcome, my love. Soon to be my queen. Are you going to miss these rendezvous? These secret getaways? That's true. We don't have to stop. I suppose every now and then I could take you by the hand, lead you to a quiet room. Let your hands drift up my coat and feel that muscular physique. Feel that heart beating for you, racing at your touch. Oh, stop. Why? Because I'm smearing your makeup. Oh, gosh. Here. Just another. There we go. Good as new. Oh, but those delicious lips. Oh, do you have any idea how much restraint I have to show right now? Oh, Baroness, what are you suggesting? Your king orders you to speak clearly, directly. What are you suggesting right now? Nope. Nope. Just this once. Just allow us to survive this last day, and you can have every piece of me that you want. But as long as I get every bit of you. Deal. So tender. So gentle. Not enough to smear that makeup, but enough to lift me up on a cloud straight to the heavens. Truly, my angel of beauty. Today, after the glasses have been raised and the ballroom is set,
Your king will go before the entire kingdom, all of its rulers. From there, I will raise my scepter and declare my love for you. You've seen their reactions. You, who risked her reputation, her own life, to save her king and by extension the kingdom. You see how many of those nobles react. There is no one to stand in front of us. No one except, yes, I will keep you protected. Geralt will watch over you, but no one is taking you from me. That I promise. Also, give me your hand. Come with me. Up these stairs. Here we are. Around the corner, every one of these walls leads to a secret entrance. There are narrow pathways and byways that should allow us to sneak in and out of the castle corridors, but it also allows us to view, observe. This allows us to see outside. Oh, it seems that Lady Sylvain has been barred entrance, and she does not look too happy. I don't know if we can trust them, but given light of recent events, I don't believe that we can take our chances. We have yet to entirely clear their name, but at least their spies have been very inactive, at least according to Geralt. So maybe that scandal did provide some degree of relief. Ah, yes. That troop right there. That's the Countess, the heiress of House Brisbane. Indeed, her house is a martial one. The glamorous breastplate, the greaves protecting her shins, the medal protecting her forearms, all of it is as much glamorous as it is protective. I'd say it fits in tandem with that dress. Wonder how it would look on you. Yes, I'm certain. Geralt finds her quite attractive too. He does like tall women. What about me? Darling, what do you think? Look in that mirror. That is what I love. Oh, so much. I can't wait. Come, let's go through that door. If they both saw us come in here by ourselves, they may be asking questions until they see one of us leave at a time. Come with me. Your gift is much appreciated, Baroness. Crown finds great favor with you. Duchess Ormond.
Your Grace.
You may rise.
What a pleasant gift running into you. And speaking of which, I see you haven't chosen to wear the adornment I sent you.
Yes, the gifts are a great honor, but the royal family already has a crown that will be worn for the ceremony. Regardless, the circlet you have gifted to us will be a great gift and a valued treasure.
I see. It does capture the beauty of both our houses together. I would only expect it's intended to value such a prize, but it would look much better for such a priceless treasure when I spent considerable effort commissioning to be atop the king's noble head. Sire?
I'm certain it will, but the king has spoken.
Very well, as you wish, my king. One can only offer their best for the ones they value most. Is this the Baroness I've been hearing oh so much about?
Indeed she is. She is very close to the royal family.
Of course. Who wouldn't risk their life to protect His Highness? I couldn't bear the thought of anything happening to him, even if he is stronger than any assassin, I'm sure. I can't think of what he'd ever need protection from, other than lower nobles seeking to poison the higher families. A royal house should be a safe haven, a warm bed for the nobleman to lay his head, a soft voice to calm his thoughts, and a loving set of hands to soothe his tired body. Oh, I love your heels, Baroness. Does that mean you're staying for the ceremony?
Indeed she is.
Oh, then we'll all get to see her later, and dressed in her best. Oh, I can't wait to see.
You will certainly see more of her tonight. However, there is final business I must attend to before the ceremony. Baroness, Duchess, and you, sir, accompanying the Duchess.
My escort, though only for tonight. He's a strong gentleman indeed. I only have eyes for the best, and dare I say, the finest men in my house. Your Grace. And no other honor compares.
It is an honor that you accompany us. I will see you all shortly. It was a pleasure. A pleasure meeting you as well.
The pleasure is mine, Your Highness.
But, Baroness, what is it? Are you certain? That's the voice that took you. If that's the man. Walk with me. We're going to my spy master Geralt. I have answers for him, and I need further answers from him. Footman, lead. Footman, what are you doing? You will not harm my queen. You, where did you get this? Answer now, or so long as I speak, you will die. I'm a dead man either way, so you might as well finish it. No. No, I have someone who will glean the answers from you. Leave him. I'll have somebody pick him up. Guards! You, soldier? Yes. Go report to the house guard. Lock the palace down and get a regiment inside. Quietly. Don't want a disturbance among the guests, or to alert the infiltrators. And you, soldier, sir, ensure that Duchess Ormond does not leave this palace, especially the gentleman who's with her. The rest of you, guardsmen, escort us to the Great Chamber. Right away, sire. I don't expect any of you to follow my commands, but I would hope that you'd heed my warning. Put down the weapons, turn yourself into the guards, and I swear that you will live and be tried as assets to a usurper. But if you try to hurt my Baroness, then I swear so long as I draw breath, you will die. Geralt, is that you? Your Highness, why were you only traveling with 2 guards? Because I sent one to the captain of the Royal Guard, and another to ensure that Duchess Ormond doesn't escape. Wait, Duchess Ormond? Not Brisbane, or Sylvain, or anyone else? My love, come here. Oh, thank goodness you're all right. The scoundrel who kidnapped her. My love said that she heard his voice today. That barbarian in gentleman's clothes that accompanies Duchess Ormond. Who is that?
You mean the tall one? Black hair, clean-cut facial hair. The one with red eyes?
Yes, him.
From what I know, that's one of her closest bodyguards, but from how they treat each other, I'd say he was a secret lover.
I know a true noble woman when I see one, like my dearest benefactor. Oh, true middle class.
They're far too handsy with each other to just be colleagues. But I've heard from some he exchanges information. He may be her spy master as well. Which means my theory might be true.
What theory?
Think about this. I had already told your future queen that the wealthiest house in the land, House Sylvain, would not have sent a bottle of cheap wine in a common basket as a gift to impress the king, especially with a love letter inside. And if the king did die from a poison that wasn't supposed to be fatal, who else could take over the capital? whoever has the Metal Gauntlet, House Brisbane. But they haven't done anything like that.
Not only that, but they've armed me, it seems.
Yes, the weapon doesn't seem poisoned in any way, doesn't seem to fault you, and the weapon doesn't seem safe or faulty in any way. So if House Brisbane wanted to take over this capital, they would have done it by now. And they wouldn't be sending in thugs or highwaymen disguised as servants. All of which, from what I've seen, only seem to be going after that Baroness. Coincidentally, the only one who seems to have a better chance at wooing the king, now having a reputation of saving his life, no less at the cost of her own.
So it is Duchess Lillian, then. The Ormonds are behind it.
Who else? Who else sounds so poetic? Who else would send a love letter than the poet, the one they call Angel of Beauty? The one who wants to live out a fairy tale of wooing the king, winning her crown, and placing herself on a throne. I've heard from some staff members that people disappear in her service. But that could be her mother or her cousin making them disappear. I'd have to see that court myself. Still, though, if somebody wants Duchess Lillian to have a chance at the king, who better than a poetic angel to try and comfort a grieving king after the loss of his love?
If anyone believes that they can kill my love and think that by consoling me, they will only receive wrath. Do I despise some of these courtiers? How I tire of these conniving liars and serpents. Do they think I am so soft as to not be able to protect her myself, so dense as to not be able to see who is holding the knife to my love's throat?
Your Highness? Your Highness. Brother. Even if only half-brother. I know that wanting seclusion is a gift none of us will receive immediately. But give me the word, and I will take that man into custody. As for Duchess Lillian, though, she's of a prestigious house. She may not have the manpower to take this keep, or the wealth to buy it, but clearly she relied on charm to win it. As such, if you try executing her, that's something that only mad kings in the past have done. Executing women. You're supposed to be an icon of knightly valor and chivalrous virtue.
Chivalrous valor. None of them know what chivalry truly is until they've had a weapon in their hand and a foe in front of them on a battlefield. Fine then. Take them both into custody. Bring Duchess Lillian's plaything to me. If you prove that he is indeed guilty, then I will pass the sentence, and for the safety of everyone, and for the safety of my love, I will carry out the sentence myself. But as for Duchess Lillian, if the court would see it unjust for me to carry out the sentence, then keep her under house arrest, and... my love, would you give me your hand? This is much to ask of you, but it is not much to ask of a queen. And this woman almost killed you. And so to ensure that the highest degree of justice is served, I will let you, whom she tried to kill, my queen, decide the attempted murderer's judgment. A heavy burden is what I request of you, but you, who has the grace of a queen, and has had such judgment her entire life, I trust your judgment. See to it my orders are carried out, Geralt. I have an announcement to make, and I need the Archbishop there. My love, are you ready?
Then you may take his hand. As she has said in her vows, much refinement comes from trial, and I add that the two of you
who have borne each other's burdens, who have lifted each other's hearts, who have grieved with each other, who have laughed and who have held each other, all of which has been done as two hearts meeting. As the two of you join hands, I now ask the king, your highness, for you to state your vows to your beloved wife-to-be, and to the kingdom's queen-to-be.
Yes.
Citizens, all who stand before the cerulean throne, high-born and low, it has long since been a tradition that those of ruling houses unite in the bonds of marriage, to ensure that brothers by blood do not fight each other. For generations it has been as such. Rarely, however, has it been a luxury for two loving hearts to join in matrimony, to raise a house and rear their children under that same love and leadership. The woman, nay, the angel before me, the heart stronger than diamonds, with eyes, loving eyes, that shine like stars, with a voice that speaks true, whether it be soft, gentle, kind, or in any other tone, she speaks true. She has a heart of gold, a soul bright and clear as diamonds. Every kingdom has its crown, but every crown needs its gem. She is not just a worthy leader to that throne, one that demonstrates bravery, justice, patience, love, and loyalty, but she is the jewel to my crown, one who I will have by my side till the end of my days. I will serve you as your king. She will serve you as your queen. And to her I give my heart, now and forever, only to her, as she has promised to me. My love, you are mine, I'm yours, and you will never see a day when you can doubt that. You will never be without my love. So let's live, grow old together, eventually die together, and join the stars together. My beloved, my bright, shining star.
And so then, do you take this woman to be your wife, if it wasn't obvious enough?
I do.
And do you, Baroness, queen-to-be, take this man, the king, to be your husband, in sickness and in health, from all the days you live, until the end of your time? Then by the power vested in me, and by the authority granted to me, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
And I love you, my queen. Amazing how a week can feel so swift, and yet so slow. But I can't wait to awake to this beautiful, perfect face every day of my life moving forward. My love? Oi! Here, into the bowl. Oh my god. Let me grab your hair. Oh gosh. Get it all out. There we go.
My dear, are you ill? Why are you smiling? Does the king want... What do you mean, a gift to a king?
You've already given me everything I could possibly want. One more. And what gift suitable for a king did you have in mind?
My love, are you... Are we... Oh my... Come here. Come here. We have an heir. Am I going to be a father? We have an heir. I'm going to be a father. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The king, a king who has his queen, and soon an heir, and soon to be a father and a mother. A kingdom that will have an heir. Truly, if I could have had one wish over these years, it was to be happy with you. Happiness, as you have shown me now. A wish, and this child will be our star. For this day our wish has been granted. I am a king with the queen he loves, and a child on its way. Thanks to you, I am the happiest man that's ever lived. And I promise to be that for you, as best as I can. And I love you. I love you. I love you. The love of a king.